All right, everybody, welcome to 2004, the start of a whole new entry, a new level, better level. You know the drill. So anyways, as we review The Incredibles, I decided, well, since everything about it is incredible, why not just put out everything, not split up into any parts for now. So, yes, we dedicate this one Pixar film that we cherish throughout our memories, and it remains very strong with Pixar as a whole, as well as animation and everything related to the effort and magic.
First thoughts of how we first thought about it.
Yeah, The Incredibles is another classic from Pixar itself. Like, yeah, it's a great movie and all that. Like, yeah. And yeah, superhero movie, other than like Pixar movies, like, yeah, it had its own spin with a great cast. And I must say, like, you know, the superheroes and like the main supervillain himself, Syndrome. And I like the backstory between him and like Mr. Incredible and all that, like the plot and everything. It's really good.
I agree. As usual, watching the old promos and trailers, and especially this one where Mr. Incredible is trying to spring back into action and he has trouble with the belt. And
oh yeah, I remember that because he is so fat and it's just trying so hard. And he finally got done until it snapped and just ricocheted and turned out the lights.
But yes, at the end of the day, everything about this film is just simply what Blitz just said before this even happened. Incredible, like, pun totally intended. And it's an awesome pleasure to be introduced by nearly everybody in the cast, but we'll get to that later and stuff. But I just gotta say, it is a grade A Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Same with y'all. It's one of my favorite movies as a child. Like I said, like you said, I got introduced to those casts because I never heard of them before and stuff. And yeah, Incredibles is really awesome. First as superheroes, then forced to retire for a reason, and then something a villain that was gonna end all superheroes and stuff. So yeah, it's a really good movie for Pixar, and yeah, it's really spot on.
Look, they were forced to retire because of the public and stuff.
Well, yeah, we'll explain that in a little bit.
Okay. I mean, like, even though we could just explain it now, because yeah, like the love at first sight and like we always kind of like we never really kind of split it up with what it was all about and stuff. That's part of love at first sight.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie itself, like, it's all about, like, you know, this family that's, you know, being secret now because, like, due to, like, retiring, like, years ago, especially because of Syndrome and other people complaining about, like, superheroes and all that.
Well, it's mostly the people
there's
themselves.
There's a reason, though. Like, one, because the guy was planning on committing suicide, he already jumped, and Miss Crow saved him. He got injured, and he didn't want to be saved. And two, other people got injured while Mr. Incredible was trying to save a train from going off the track while a bomb exploded it. So they just got tired of superheroes damaging property and stuff and injuring people at the process. So that's why they wanted to end superheroes have their being retired with normal life.
Okay, so yes, I did get that, like, yeah, but the guy that was trying to commit suicide, like, at least he should be thankful to Mr. Incredible because although, yeah, he did get injured, at least, you know, he saved his life.
Yeah, but he said he didn't want to be saved. He wanted to end his life. He wanted to end his life. That's the way it is.
But that's what superheroes are supposed to do, like, you know, save people's life and all that. But, like, you know, what Mr. Incredible did, like, you know, just helping the guy out, you know. There's many ways. You don't have to end it with suicide.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the way it is. People have issues and stuff, so.
And, like, yeah, with Syndrome, like, formerly called Incredible Boy, like, he's just so annoying, like, that's why I appreciate, like, yeah, Jason Lee.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but the character-wise, yes, like Blitz said, he was once Incrediboy, which is really a big fan of Mr. Incredible. He is obsessed and want to be a psychic, but of course Mr. Incredible doesn't want him to because he's too young. And then one night, he followed him and he tried to save the day, but he ended up messing up, like in a villain's bomb stuck to his cape and ended up on train track. That's what happened with the train earlier. And then years ago, Syndrome came out, and Chris Incredible found out that it was Incredible the whole time. So after that speech about he works alone and stuff, Incrediboy, aka Syndrome, decided to
Kill
grow up
supers.
and not. Yeah, kill supers. That's what's going there, and he hates Mr. Incredible now because of that and stuff. So, yeah, he doesn't really have superpowers, but he has special technology to make him a superhero. So, yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, yeah, Incredibles. You want to hear a theory about the Incredibles? Like, yeah, there's a theory. I think I told you guys this when we were doing the fact stream. Or like, yeah, the theories. I'm sorry. So there was a theory that Mr. Incredible killed Bruce's dad from Finding Nemo.
Oh?
How?
Because think about it, like, yeah, there was one scene where Mr. Incredible was like reading a newspaper, which just showed a year, like it was taking place in like the 1950s, basically, and all that. And like Bruce at the time, like was little, and think about it, Bruce said he never met his father.
Right.
That is
I mean,
true.
you say you never knew his. Wait. Well, yeah,
Like-
same difference. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you know Mr. Incredible's office at home, right?
Yeah.
If you look closely, you can see him with a shark that he caught.
I actually never noticed that because it's really hard to pay attention to backgrounds and attention to detail.
So yeah, that's what the theory led to, like, you know, killing Bruce's dad and all that. Was, you know.
Or it could have been his mom. Think about it.
Then again, he would cry about his mom too in the movie.
Yeah, but I never mentioned his mom, but we don't know if it's his mom or his dad, so I don't know if his mom was alive during that, so.
And yes, of course, there's the other theory about like Edna Mo being like the real parent of Violet.
Oh?
Just think about it, like hair colors and all that.
Well, I mean, why would Mr. Incredible marry Edna Mode?
Not marry, like Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl just took, you know, Violet for themselves, you know, because you know how Edna's always busy, like making the suits and all that.
Maybe a good point. Well, I don't know. The theories sometimes are true, sometimes they're not true and stuff. So,
But yeah, where are you getting? Like, yes, now the Incredibles are like, you know, just, you know, living normal lives. But of course, Dash, once he still uses powers for, like, you know, track and all that with his speed. But, you know, of course, Elastigirl doesn't want him to do it anymore.
yeah, because it got out of trouble 3 times. He went to the principal office 3 times while using his speed. Even though the principal doesn't know it, he still gets in trouble from time to time.
Okay, so like I was saying, what I like about the Incredibles is how distinctive their powers are. The kid is basically Flash.
Well, in a way, the family is supposed to unknowingly resemble the Fantastic Four, but they didn't. But Brad Bird was unaware of that.
Oh, that's funny. Mr. Incredible. My favorite character has to be Mr. Incredible. So Mr. Incredible retired for a reason, which was because of the whole, that he failed to capture the bad guy since the bad guy got away.
Not really. It's just the public. Yes, the public was fed up with supers, putting them in danger and stuff, blaming them for stuff.
Yeah. And then that's when Mr. Incredibles got back from his retirement and started to lose weight and got back to being a superhero. As for Elastigirl, she had like negative feelings about being a superhero because of what happened 20 years ago.
15.
15 years ago. Okay. My favorite moments has to be with Jack.
Jack.
Jack, yeah. And the fact that in the boss, it's like the Mr. Incredible versus
Syndrome.
what did Jason Lee voice?
Syndrome.
Syndrome, yeah. Okay.
Let
me think. My other favorite scene was when the Incredible family were arguing in the table, and Mr. Incredible broke the table, and then he muffled "damn," stuff like that. Besides, this is a PG movie, so. My favorite actor in the film has to be Jason Lee. He played a good performance as Syndrome.
Agreed.
And I think he also played the kid version of Syndrome, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, all the same. Yes, Buddy Pine, Syndrome, Incrediboy, all the same guy.
Yeah, okay. And then what's really surprising is that the Brad Bird voiced the Asian girl.
Okay, people got names, and it's Edna.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I haven't watched The Incredibles.
Alright, I'm like as usual, just trying to get pointers and stuff, but I mean, even though you gotta like watch what you say, because this is what I say about like whenever you join something, you make sure that you can just remember as much as possible.
Okay. Yes. To be honest, when I watched the Incredibles movie, I didn't really expect Syndrome to be the villain. Even though I know that he felt betrayed by Incredibles because he really did screw up their mission just by being there 15 years ago.
Okay, Mr. Incredible was his idol. All he wanted to do was be his sidekick and just get him to notice him, but he just said like just push him away, and that's what caused him to like kill supers.
We could have just raised better superheroes in him. But movie. Yeah, that's about it.
Like the oldest daughter of the children, she also wants to live a normal life. She also wants to hang out with her crush. Of course, Dash teases her about it, which pisses her off. And Violet comes from her powers being a visibility, like ultraviolet. So, yeah, that's a pretty clever name. But yeah, Violet is like a emo teen, like having her hair in front of her face. But later on, she wears a headband, and so she's not that emo anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, yeah, the boy that she had a crush on, Tony, like, yeah. Remember, his design changed in the second movie, like his face and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't know it changed.
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought it stayed the same. I didn't realize it changed. Hang on a minute.
I found that out years ago after I watched Incredibles 2 in the theaters. Like, somebody posted on YouTube saying, like, changes in Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I didn't even notice either, but I mean, it kind of looks better in the sequel.
Okay, now I can see it. Yeah, actually, you're right. He does look better in the sequel, because in the first movie, he kind of looks weird, but in the second one, he actually looks a lot better, so I'm glad they actually redesigned his face a bit. Huh.
And Blitz,
Interesting.
You were about to say?
I said I didn't mind, like, his changes and all that. He's still a nice guy. Let's see here. Of course, yeah, we went to Violet, yeah. Oh yeah, now we go to Jack, the baby of the family. Oh, right. Okay. So, okay, so while he's doing that, I'm just gonna explain my opinion. Like, yes, Jack the baby of the family. Yeah, of course. Like, nothing like special about him until like towards like the end of the movie where like we see like him develop powers, and of course.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, let me, shoot. Testing.
We hear
I
you.
tried to see, like, okay, now it's working. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, that was what I was trying to say about Jack, but my mic was sticking with me. God, freaking dang it.
Well, too bad. I
Okay.
already explained it.
Well, let me explain it more. Do you want to?
No, I was about to say like yeah, towards like the end of the movie, he started developing powers to like help his family.
Yeah. I was going to explain more. Yes, like Blitz said, Jack, the baby of the family, we all thought that he was just no baby without no any powers until shocking twist towards the end where Syndrome actually captured Jack while babysitter was babysitting him and stuff. So he was about to fly off them with this airship or jet plane, whatever, until he discovered new powers. Like for example, able to set himself on fire, turn himself into a body of steel, and turn into a raging demon. So yeah. That was a total shocker for fans as well. And Jack technically defeated Syndrome, but
No.
yeah, towards the end, what?
No, he didn't.
I said technically, because he.
Oh yeah. Is he the reason why Syndrome got killed off? Yeah, you didn't think of that because of the cape.
Yeah, I was trying to say he kind of defeated him because he fought him a little bit. But let me finish. Syndrome actually died at the end of the movie. Well, Incredible threw a car at the plane, and his cape got caught in the engine, and it blew up. And I heard theories about this that Edna actually made the cape for Syndrome.
I heard that before. Yeah.
Yes, either that or he himself did, because he did wear one when he was a kid.
That is true. That's a good point. So, either or. Yeah, and also earlier in the film, Edna, when she first appeared, she mentioned that there should be no capes for the Incredible suits because they end up in death. Like, examples, Thunderhead, Dynaguy, and etc. They all died while getting their cape to do something. So, yeah. Capes are a no-go. They look cool, but it's still a no-go.
I mean, yeah, and Edna Mo, like, yeah, one of the best characters from The Incredibles.
Yes, and I swear, every time, like, when she was about to draw a suit for Incredible, it makes me want to draw on a notebook. It just looks so good.
I mean, yeah, good designer and all that, like, especially, like, her being played by a man.
Yes, a lot of us kids, didn't know that Edna Mode was voiced by a guy. So years later, found out that he's voiced by a guy, but not just any guy. The director of Incredibles, Brad Bird.
Yeah.
But he did a swell job. And fun fact, he was actually going to have a woman play as Edna Mode. I cannot remember her name, but I found this out on Instagram. A fact thing about it, when Brad Bird asked her about it, and when he described her voice the woman to get an idea, she said, "Well, what do you need me for? You did an excellent job. You should play her."
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think I just found her. Hold on. Yeah, the person that Brad Bird based her off was, her name is Linda Hunt. Like, she was in the Kindergarten Cop.
Right, Linda Hunt. Yes, I do know who she is. Yes, she has appeared in Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not the second one, the first one.
Mm-hmm. And then,
another character.
Of course,
how
Frozen.
About, Yes,
Frozone.
Frozen, of course.
Frozone. Like, yeah, this is how I got introduced to Samuel L. Jackson.
Same.
Yeah, me too. Before I knew who he was, then I got introduced to him in a little bit of Long Kiss Goodnight and Avengers, but mainly Avengers. That's how I know him best. But anyways, yes, Frozone is Elastigirl and Mr. Cribble's great closest friend. They've been part of a team ever since back in the day. He was also his best man for his wedding with Elastigirl. So yeah, he's his best friend. So yes, as his name suggests, Frozone, he has ice powers. So yeah, and he's also a meme. Like during the
where's my super suit?
what?
Where is my super suit?
I put it away.
I remember, like, there was another version of SML where there was like, honey, where's my super suit?
You wearing it, you dumb fudge.
And fun fact, his wife Honey is not just a nickname; it's literally her name, Honey. Because earlier in the film, when Frozone came to while they're having dinner, where Mr. Cribble went with him, Elastigirl said, "Tell Honey I said hi." So that's just not a nickname; it's just actual name.
Yes, we get it, Parrot.
Oh wait, wasn't it also supposed to be like Frozen, like before Samuel L. Jackson? Wasn't it supposed to be Barack Obama?
Okay, that was supposed to be no, there was actually supposed to be a reenactment with Barack and Michelle.
What the? Just imagine Barack as Frozen.
Oh boy.
President
Yep.
and superhero at night. Let's go. Yeah. But Frozone, he's a cool guy. He's a nice guy.
And speaking of which, yes, Brad Bird picked Samuel L. Jackson to play Frozone because he wanted him to have the coolest voice, and no doubt about it.
Huh. Well, could you imagine if he picks someone also with a cool voice, like, I don't know, Morgan Freeman, because he is known for having that smooth voice.
Alright, that's too cool.
Maybe Frozen's dad. That could work.
Yeah. Or Keith David.
James Earl Jones, maybe.
Yeah. There are many possibilities, but I'm glad they picked Samuel Jackson because he is a good fit. Especially with his expressions and stuff. So.
Yeah, just imagine if, like, you know, during Frozone's, like, you know, recordings, he actually said motherfucker, but he knows it was a kid movie.
Yeah. But yeah.
We almost did Incredibles 2.
He did.
Well, I mean, you know that part where they were feeding Jack cookies, and when he teleported away, he said, "What the?"
Oh, that too. Okay. I could tell he wanted to say it badly.
Yeah. Also, there's another character we should talk about. Mr. Cribble's good friend. I keep forgetting his name.
Dicker.
The old guy that.
Dicker.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you, Fresh. Thank you. Yes, Dicker. He is a good friend to them, mainly because if any person that sees the superhero's true identity, they erase them from knowing that they are supers. So that's why they're good friends with them. Rest in peace to his voice actor.
Yeah. About, like, Dicker, like, yeah. There's a theory that he's actually the bad guy behind all of this.
And why is that?
Because think about it, like moving on to, like, you know, cities to live with the superheroes and all that. Just think about it. Maybe he's the one that he doesn't want superheroes because it's causing him his job.
I don't know.
Because remember that scene with Mr. Incredible and his boss, right? That hurt a lot. Like, you know, it's keep, like, hurting his job, especially Dicker.
Yeah. But we'll talk about his boss in a little bit. But yeah, his voice actor, he has been around the Pixar community for a while. Like, voiced in a short called Rebound, where he voiced a jackalope and a lamb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like.
Good lucky.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
You also may recognize him from Toy Story 3.
Yes, I was just about to mention that. Thank you. He also voiced in Toy Story 3 as Chuckles the Clown. What else did he do?
Eeyore.
Shoot. Yes, Eeyore, and the original Winnie the Pooh before Peter Cullen took over. So yeah, and so what year did he die?
2018.
Yeah, 2018 he died, and then his voice actor was replaced in Incredibles 2. I don't know the guy really.
Jonathan Banks.
Yeah,
Thank
Jonathan Banks. Yeah, who's known for he was also in Skylanders Academy.
Oh, really?
Eruptor.
Oh, all right. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's talk about Mr. Incredible's boss.
Mr. Huff.
Thank you, Mr. Huff. Voiced by the great, legendary Wallace Shawn. His voice is easily recognizable because it's just his normal voice. I first got introduced to him in Toy Story, where he voices Rex, and then other movies I got to recognize him in a Goofy movie.
He's also in Young Sheldon.
Well, I never watched Young Sheldon, but it's just a very recognizable voice, and he became my favorite voice actor ever since because of his iconic voice. It's just so recognizable. When you hear that Rex voice, like, hey, that's Rex from Toy Story and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
anyway,
said that 100 times.
Yeah, Wallace Shawn was also in one of the classic films he was in. You ever heard of The Princess Bride?
Yes.
Yes.
You ever watch it?
Not
No.
yet.
Not yet, yeah. But, yeah, it has a good cast and all that. And, yeah, I was especially impressed about that movie was Andre the Great. But sadly he passed away.
The Giant.
I know.
Andre the Giant.
The Great. That's what he used to be called. But his childhood, I heard about his childhood, though.
What happened?
So basically, of course, he was born in a farm with his family, because and we call it I think it was during 8th grade or 9th grade, could it get all the information, but dropping out to become his own man and doing his own stuff, because he was growing up fast, really fast, becoming a giant.
Oh, so maybe it was like a condition making him that tall.
Not really a condition.
I mean,
Okay.
wait, not
look at-
rich. Wait, not rich.
Look at Shaq. He's
Right now, go.
Alright, so our next character to talk about is Mariah. She was the one who sent a special message to Mr. Incredible to help work with her to become a zipper again. She was actually spying on him was out with Frozone and also in his workplace and stuff. So, and secretly, she is actually Syndrome's assistant and stuff. So, later on in the film, she decided to betray him and stuff and actually become friends with the Incredibles. She said herself she doesn't exist, so she is an interesting character in a way. So, what do you think of her?
Yeah, her name is a perfect for her character and stuff. Yeah, it's play on words, and I did like how she had a redemption when, since there was a missile. Yeah. Syndrome sent a missile out to take out his family, and she started to feel like a little. Oh my God! I can't do that. I can't do that. There's children there, and.
Yeah.
And yes, it was good that she set them all free and just helping them.
Yeah.
hello there, Cleveland Jr.
What I meant to do was okay. So let me see. Yeah, magnum opus. Let's see. Characters. So we did that. Special gifts and let's see. We'll get there.
Okay. Let's see. Next character. Yeah. Underminer.
Well, Underminer in the first movie only appears as a cameo towards the end of the movie, voiced by none other than John Braxton Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger? What?
John Ratzenberger, I burped in the middle of my speech.
Well, thanks a lot for making me almost lose my appetite.
But anyways, yes, John Ratzenberger voices Underminer, which is some random villain just has a giant double drill that came out from underground, and mentioned that that he's supposed to like make a peaceful thing, but of course he's a villain. He would not do that, of course. But he actually appeared in the second movie where it left off in the first movie, where Mr. Incredible actually fights Underminer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay, yes. So the special gifts or any other thing that was particular, because when it came to stuff like the cape no cape scene and the gunshots and everything, the violence, it's Pixar's very first movie that earned a PG rating. Which was it's impressive because well it's in superhero stuff. And let's see, what I really mostly like about the entire movie is the montage where it plays the song Life is Incredible, the montage where it shows Mr. Incredible handling his life with his family and everything,
Yeah, where he decides to it's a mixture between hanging out with his family and exercising in secret.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Act like literally and figuratively training, because exercising by trains, and you get it. Play on words.
Yeah, I get it. And what's funny thing is, every time he leaves for work, Helen pulls him in and have a little get together, if you know what I mean.
And the other thing during that montage is them, tapping each other's butts.
Oh yeah, when they walked by first, Miss Girl did it, and then when he was walking away, she stretched out an arm and did it too.
And okay, yes, the dash running through the jungle, and that's always enjoyable as well.
And fun fact, while Dash is running, specifically through the water, I think, the directors had Dash's voice actor to actually run laps around the studio, and he actually caught his run out of breath and stuff and used it for Dash.
Yeah, and yes, during the...
Wait a minute.
What?
They did the same thing in Up.
They did?
Yeah.
Wait, how?
With Russell. Because remember he was panting a little bit because when the house was flying and all that. Of course, there were times where he was being hyper and all that. He actually ran across the room as well.
I did not know that. Huh. But yes, anyway, the jungle scene was cool, or them trying to escape the bad guys chasing after him. Another cool thing, let's see, maybe where Violet went invisible and tried to avoid the guy, and she discovered her new power, which is force fielding.
Yeah, that was a nice touch, and also during when the family got fought together as a fought together for the first time as a family, and they got caught by Syndrome, and there's
and they mentioned the line where he realizes that that's Elastigirl, and he's like, "Hey, you married Elastigirl and got busy."
Yes.
The way he said busy. He knew what's up. Oh man. Another thing about Syndrome, because of his technology, they call it 0 point energy. It's just interesting. It's kind of like almost like the Force from Star Wars, but energy-wise. So.
I guess.
Yeah.
And the one memorable thing that I always will remember is, well, the theme song, especially especially at the end when right after the Incredibles get ready to fight Underminer, it goes straight to like the end credits, and I just like seeing that.
Yeah, and there's an Easter egg where a little, well, I mean, not the thing of the point, but Mr. Incredible himself actually hummed it when he came home late at night while saving the day in secret.
Saving people from the burning building, that part.
Yeah, but still. But anyways, he was actually humming the thing when he came home and when he grabbed the chocolate cake, and I wanted to have that cake as a kid.
Oh yeah, it turns out like scenes like eating the cake and Syndrome still geeking out about what Mr. Incredible did, like that helped. When I looked at the behind the scenes, it was served as like inspiration about how animators would have the characters move, that's impressive. And anything else to come from? Let's just see. What did you get? You got anything, Blitz?
Yeah, it was Syndrome. Like, yeah, we did mention Jason Lee before, and then yeah, we could bring him up again. I'm always really surprised about Jason Lee, especially knowing that he played Dave from the live-action Alvin and the Chipmunk movies.
Exactly.
What I got introduced to him, and I had no idea that Jesse Lee voiced Syndrome until I grew up. I found out, like, wow. So I don't know if I got introduced to Jesse Lee and Incredibles first or Alvin and Chipmunks first, but anyways, yeah, that's how I knew Jesse Lee. So yeah, he did pretty good voicing both Incredible and Syndrome. So yeah, he's a really good actor.
Yeah, for me it was Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Well, yes. Though officially Alvin and the Chipmunks live action, but yeah, it really is Incredibles. You know how I unknowingly was unaware about at first. I say these type of things.
Then eventually he became one of those actors you don't hear from anymore. But eventually, I heard of him again in We Bare Bears, where he plays Charlie.
Yes.
T. Nelson, the main voice.
Yes. That's how I got introduced to T. Nelson. Then I got introduced to him again in a movie called Blades of Glory, starring Will Ferrell and John Heder, which I had no idea that he was the voice of Mr. Incredible until I grew up. Like, wait, that's Mr. Incredible? Holy cow! So I explained to my parents about it many years ago, and they actually heard it. I was like, wow. And you can actually hear Mr. Incredible's voice too when you're watching Blades of Glory. So yeah, it's actually awesome.
Well, yeah, it's just his normal voice.
And of course, before doing The Incredibles, he did a TV series called Coach with him and Bill Fricklocky.
I did not know he knows Bill
Slow down.
Bill Bucky.
It's mayonnaise. But yeah, it was really cool to find out as well.
Well, I don't know much about the other voice actors, like the voice of Helen Parr, Violet Dash, but of course we all know Samuel L. Jackson as Frozo.
Alright, so Spencer Fox, the first voice of Dash, I mean, he did play, like, Kim Possible's brothers.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. But only for, like, half of the season because, two actors, because, puberty and all that.
Yes.
True, yeah.
Let's see. Other notables, just getting a little recap. Oh yes, Lou Romano, the dude who is Bernie Krupp, Dash's teacher, who would eventually voice characters like Snot Rock from Cars and Linguini from Ratatouille.
what shocked me a lot, because I didn't catch that on. Again, growing up, I didn't catch it on until like I looked at the cast, like, wait a minute. Wait, here's a dude. Then I was like, I hear in my head, like, oh my god, that is him, because you can hear it, like, especially the part where he goes, you let me go again? You can actually hear a little bit of linguini in his voice, so that was a bit of a shocker to find that out. So, yeah, that's really awesome.
Can I show you something in the private chat? Here you go.
Oh, check this out. So Nicholas Bird, son of Brad Bird, he voiced that kid named Rusty, who was like, that was totally wicked.
What? No way! That was his son?
Yeah, he also played Squirt from Finding Nemo.
Oh, okay. Now I can actually hear Squirt and that kid's voice together. So, wow.
What I was about to mention, it does make sense because, yes, if I go here to the cast right now, you might recognize another family member from the Bird family. Yeah, Michael Bird, who voiced Tony.
Yeah.
Tony
Ridinger.
Wow.
Damn, you got Brad in here. He gets a son in the movie. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. And the youngest, of course, voices that kid, and the oldest voices the teen. How ironic is that? Tony Ranger, shut up! We are. I said, shut up, you little insect. I just love that scene. And also, when I was a kid, when Violet was attacking Dash, when he was running around, I always find it funny where she popped up a force field against Jack. It just made me laugh so hard, and it just makes me rewind the VHS tape over and over as a kid.
Same. And also, when Violet got ready to attack Dash, me and my sister realized that her head was invisible.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. I did notice that as a kid as well. And remember, after Credible was reading the newspaper, and I was like, Bob, it's time to engage! I want you to intervene! And he's like, you want me to intervene? Okay, I'll do it. And he forgets at the table.
And Jack actually did say like a few words. He did, like, when the doorbell rang, he said hello.
Well, I actually never noticed that. Huh.
Wait, what did I say then? Wait. This worked before.
And the scene where Frozone showed up and Dash spit up water and he froze it, I just know it should be a satisfying moment.
Okay. Good to hear.
What else to talk about? Yeah, because I don't have any other things to talk about, so. Alright, are we live?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, so Incredibles, it's a really good film to watch when you're a kid. I highly recommend you watch it either on VHS, television, or DVD. It's a really good movie to enjoy. It's a really nostalgic childhood. That's all I got to say.
It was an impressive superhero movie for Pixar. And yes, the very first Pixar movie to focus only on human characters. And
that is true. Yes, I completely forgot about that. That is true.
And it really does put down everything to all in one film, like the dynamic power of action, comedy, family, and all this type of good stuff to make something stand out. And it's one of Pixar's magnum opuses, and I'm really great to watch it in the first place.
Yep.